welcome back to SOS Stories of Survivors. I'm your host, Serina Dansker, and tonight is a special episode that we're hosting. With me today is Eileen, Michelle, Mary, Jojo, and Christine. And together we make up the Self-Love Club. And today is special because we're in my friend Eileen's home. She's graciously opened her doors and we're surrounded by warmth and just love and companionship, what everybody really needs in their lives, especially during the holiday season. I wanted to let you know that we're going to talk about the new year and new beginnings. And it's going to be like a gentle celebration of how far we've come as friends and families. And it's a big, bold invitation to dream big for the new year. And today, as we take a breath and we look back on 2025, we're going to honor the lessons that we've learned. And according to the Chinese zodiac, 2025 was the year of the snake. And it's a year of shedding, transformation, and deep inner growth. Does anybody have a kind of thought about, go ahead, Eileen.
About the year of the snake? Yeah, it brings to mind the tarot cards, because the death card is the snake, and it has the image of the snake shedding its skin. And when you get that card in the reading, you think, oh no, it's physical death, but it's not. It's the letting go of something that no longer serves you, and you're getting that new soft skin.
That's so friggin' spot on, because as you know, snakes outgrow themselves by letting go of their old skin. And many of us did exactly that this year. What about you, Michelle? Did you let go of anything this year?
What did I shed? I would say my word this year was solitude. And so I shed that thing that we all sort of feel like we need to go, do, be. How many activities can I do? How much can I cram in a day? And actually just being able to slow down. It worked in the most divine way. My son moved back home.
Oh.
And
so it's transformation too.
Transformation, and we had to start sharing a car.
Oh boy.
And I don't have the freedom to just go get in my car and go run around and go crazy like I used to. But it's made me focus on the things that really I've been putting off, and that's cleaning and clearing out my house, getting rid of clutter. So this year has been so insanely transformative.
How about you, Mary?
I've come to a point where I'm listening to my own inner voice.
I love that.
Yeah, I used to doubt and be like, I have to help everybody else and do everything for everybody else. And I've kind of put a stake, not a snake, on the ground.
I love it.
And let go of that feeling of obligation to everybody and start getting back a little bit selfish.
No, that's good.
But I think you need that.
Sometimes you do. You do. How about you, Jojo?
A little bit like Michelle, I'm getting rid of clutter because I'm just a bit of a pack rat and hanging on to too many things, whether it's physical things or emotional things or whatever. Just decluttering and getting that off my chest and out of my house and out of my way, and simplifying things and getting a little more organized. In this way, it could be a little more sane, body, mind, and soul. So.
Christine?
Well, from what I've read, the year of the snake is about transformation and shedding what no longer fits you so that you can grow into what's next, right?
Right.
So it is a death of sorts.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm experiencing with my husband having passed away in December of last year. This was all about me shedding what I thought my plans were, what I thought my future was, what I thought my family had in store, everything. So I've been shedding. And, it's difficult, right? It's transformative, it's eye-opening, and I don't know where it will lead.
But that's the point is that you're healing. You're figuring you're
I don't know just yet.
You are in the thick of it. The first year of grief and whatever when you go through it, as I've gone through with my son, it's really a lot of the firsts, doing all the first things again and learning how to adapt and transpose your life to fit this new definition of what your family looks like. For me, I'm getting rid of guilt. I find myself feeling guilty all of the time, whether it's I didn't call my mom, or I didn't go visit her, or I'm not in the mood to make dinner for my husband who's been traveling or working, or I didn't help my kids move into college. It's just everything I feel guilty unless I'm doing and doing. And sometimes I'm giving so much and doing so much to avoid the guilt that it's actually detrimental to me. So I'm shedding guilt. I think for 2026, I'm going to be guilt free,
Nice.
you know? And I think, you know, what could be even more important is what old skin are we still carrying from this last year? You know, things, sometimes, you know, to get rid of, to shed it, it seems easier, but sometimes you're still carrying things that you thought you've let go of. Anybody have any thoughts on that? No.
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah.
It's,
So
it's a deep question.
it is a deep, it's a deep question. So, like for me, for example, I carry my grief, and I carry my grief with Scott, but I don't realize sometimes how much I carry until I get a release. And the release can come like I just published my book. And I didn't realize how much I was holding on to until it was done and it was let go. And I had tears, but it was tears of joy of
But how
just
do you let go?
of that release. I am letting go now, but you
Right.
don't realize that. And sometimes, you know, when your children or somebody is going through something, you don't realize that you're carrying what they're going through. And to let that go, you have to be aware of it. Because all of a sudden you'll have a like, oh, yeah,
Yeah, I can relate. Not necessarily guilt, but fear.
yeah.
I carry a lot of fear, and I do want to say congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And here's her beautiful book.
Yay!
It was a journey, and I'm just so proud of you.
Thank you.
And there's a lot of fear in doing that. And I'm experiencing that myself because I'm putting my life story and my family's life story out there. I'm still writing it. Serena's like more of the chop, 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 chop. And I'm like a little slower.
You're like, let's
Which-
sashay a little bit.
That's all. We all have our own
There's
processes.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
It's a journey.
But you know, I have a lot of fear about, you know, what others will think. And I have, you know, 10 alive siblings or 9 alive siblings, and they're all going to be very opinionated. So I just kind of have to shed that skin,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And make room for
To write that book and
yeah,
to let it go, because it doesn't, you know, you can't control what other people think.
yeah.
You can only control your reaction to it.
Mhm.
And that's a lesson I learned this year too. You wanted to add something, Michelle, right?
Oh, I like have so much, like, but I'll make it quick. I recently really realized, because of all my trauma from being a little girl and everything, I always wanted everyone to like me. And I wore a mask my entire life. And I wanted to, everyone just, it was so important because I wanted to hide what was really happening behind the curtain. And I mean, Serena, you pointed out to me one time, like early on, like, Michelle, like, not everybody's going to like you. And
How could they not?
don't put so much like stock into that.
Right.
And I recently went through an experience where I was just like, oh my gosh, I went to an event and I felt very isolated. And then it was like, I felt like I was alone and I didn't have my person, my anchor. And then it was just like, I felt like no one liked me. And then I talked to my therapist, which I thought was beautiful. She helped me uncover, like, I am still suffering from like that inner child
Yeah.
not being nurtured. But then also she said, maybe, Michelle, this is God's way of protecting you, you know, in this room of survivors who are all going through their own trauma. They cannot help you.
Yep.
They cannot do what you are maybe expecting or thinking that they can do because you're on a different space in your healing,
Yes.
which I am. I'm in a different place. Not better, not good, great, this or that, but I'm at a different level. And she said, I think that God may be protecting you to keep you safe because you're not meant to just be friends with people.
Right.
You are meant to be the light. You
Yes.
are the light.
Yes.
So stop worrying about what people think about you.
Yes.
And then I realized, I was like, oh, it was like this epiphany, like, oh, that's why I haven't written my book. That's why I'm not doing all these things, because I'm so worried about what people are gonna think and this, that, and the other. Just like you were saying, Eileen, like you worry about. We can't worry about that.
No, not everybody's gonna like it, and that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
You know, anybody else want to add
That was
anything?
beautiful. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I was just gonna say, just like with you know how like organized I am, and I like having everything scheduled and everything like that. So like for me, it's just, you know, I have to like relax a little bit on that. I have to want to be a little bit more spontaneous, and you know, not be as, you know, strict as I am, and then not over stress myself with like spreading myself too thin with everything that I'm scheduling. Like every moment is like planned out and scheduled out, and there's not enough moment to like have some flexibility. So I need to, you know, give myself a little bit of elbow room. And that's what
Yeah,
I need
just
to
give
do.
yourself grace and space sometimes.
Yeah, take a little breath.
Yeah, Christine.
Well, I'll just piggyback on the fear theme. Yeah, like I feel a lot of fear this past year, a fear of the unknown. Not so
Yeah.
much what people think of me, but just what's going to happen and what does the future hold, and am I always going to be alone? Like those type of things.
I know.
And fear can drive you in a way that I forgot. Like I haven't been this afraid since I was a helpless kid. Since I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like I have to reclaim my power
Yes.
and realize I'm okay. My kids are okay. I can do this. There's nothing to be afraid of. What's the worst thing that happens? We die? Well, we're all gonna die.
Right.
So why be afraid of it? So
Right.
either it comes sooner or later, but we're all gonna die. So let's take that out of the equation. So what's the other worst thing that can happen? You end up alone? Okay. Well, we're born alone, we die alone.
You're
so
never alone.
You're never alone, baby. You're never alone.
so really, what am I so afraid of? And like, I'm really trying to tackle this whole fear thing.
It's fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
You hit the nail on the head, because a lot of times people can get paralyzed from fear.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you a little secret. If you take one step from fear or through fear, you find courage. And that's what helps you move one step forward at a time through your biggest things
But
that you're
fear
going
and
through.
anxiety are very closely related too.
Oh
So
yeah, I know.
if you're in an anxious moment where you're unsure,
Oh yeah.
fear can get the better of you just because you don't know yet.
Well, I
what
want to
that
hear
is.
about your fear. I mean, you live with stage 4 cancer, and how do you deal with the fear?
I don't. I take it on. I do everything they tell me I'm supposed to do, and I live my life.
And you
So
don't
let's-
think of it? You
I
block it?
don't think of it. I take my medicine
You can't be
religiously.
obsessed on
You
it.
I
cannot.
can't.
Sometimes
Yeah,
you
I
just
can't.
have to surrender. There are things you can control and things you can't control. And Mary, you know, is doing everything she can.
But I have other parts of my
Yeah.
life that I would love to be able to surrender, and I haven't been able to. So fear is a real mind, but a
Yeah.
mind fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that it makes you believe you can do incredible things, which you can, but doesn't answer all of your problems.
No.
Because there's always going to be something in the back. It's just, sometimes I find it to be a motivation. Like if I'm really scared that something's going to happen, it's going to make me work harder. Like a procrastinator puts things off, likes the pressure on it. But fear is a real thing. Like you need
It's
to
a driving
harness it.
force.
You
Fear
need
can
to
be-
harness it.
You
and
do.
use it.
Did
Well,
you want to add?
Yeah, I just wanted to affirm Christine and also Mary, you know, in how far you've come.
Yeah.
And every day is a mountain
Yes.
all of
you're
us.
climbing. And
But all
well,
of us
I
are
mean,
climbing different mountains. And I
Right.
think
exactly.
it's all a mountain.
Right. Life is a mountain.
Life is a mountain.
It's a
Well,
journey. You know?
well, some of us get hit
But some
harder
mountains are
at
harder.
certain
And
times.
some
so
people leave other people on the mountain, as I recently learned. So always be that person that's
Going down the
pulls up.
ravine.
You mean a bad person?
Yes, people will
Anyway.
abandon you on that mountain. They will.
Or there are other people
You
that
have
will
the right
rescue
people
you.
around you.
Yeah.
Because
So
you
I'm
have
just
that. You have the right people around you to rescue you. From that.
What I see is the antidote for fear is strength, and I see you as being a very strong woman, and you get up every day. All of you, both
Yeah.
of you, you get up every day, you live your life, and you do what you need to take care of yourselves. Like Christine, you were telling me you went on a retreat this
Yeah.
year, and I hope that gave you some healing. And Mary, you do a lot of healing with your just every day, your affirmations of like, I'm not going to let this bring me down. And I mean, that's such an inspiration. So I'll let the rest of you.
So in front of you, you'll find a piece of paper and a pen. And something I've learned through my healing process is to write down something on that piece of paper. It could be a fear, a story, a habit, a memory, something, just one thing that you do not want to carry into 2026, that you don't want it to weigh down your heart. And write it down on the piece of paper. And when you're ready, we're going to add it to this bowl right here, which is called a burn bowl. And we're going to burn them up, babes. And so you just take it, fold it up, and throw it in there. It's a fireproof bowl, just in case anybody was wondering.
Be safe.
Exactly.
I don't want to crumple up too much. It won't burn then.
Oh, we're not reading them?
You can. I mean, I know what I wrote.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
It's your
It's your
letting
It's your
Ah,
letting
yeah.
go. It's your release. It's a release ritual. Basically, you let the fire purify what no longer belongs to us.
Yeah, I've done this.
You know, and
I've never done
Oh,
this.
I love that.
Is
Like
it
can do
fire?
it over a
Yeah.
full moon. And
do you
it's
want
even
to
more
Good riddance to you.
Yeah.
Be gone.
Exactly. This is like
Be gone.
smoke them up,
fear.
smoke them up, get it out. It's like I can even feel the release of it.
Shed the skin.
I wish I had a picture of it.
Shed the
Oh,
skin.
I know.
We do.
Well, yes, you do. We have it on. We're having it on the show,
TV, yeah.
which is perfect. And now, in front of you, now that we've released what's behind us, let's talk about what's ahead. Coming into 2026, I've put in front of you angel cards. Now, these angel cards are basically something that's going to help you figure out what's next for you. Where do you want to go? And you may not even realize what's present there. And so feel around, see a card that draws you, and just pull the card to you. And we can all do it at once, whatever you want to do.
One at a time or two.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Sure.
Just one card, right?
Just one
One
card.
at a time.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Oh, I don't know. Nothing's calling out. So they say to this.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to have to go through this
I
one.
love it.
Right over here.
All right, Mary, you and me.
I feel like I have to stand
I
up.
know.
Oh, what's behind the
I
computer?
know. Here.
Our burn bowl smells pretty good.
Yeah, it
Pretty
does.
good, right?
It smells like it's a mini fireplace.
Oh, it's
Are we supposed to
perfect.
turn it over?
Yeah, so let's turn them over. And let's see. I'll start. My card that I chose was the Page of Water. Intuitive, sensitive, artistic, friendly.
Oh, that's so you.
A new person's going to enter my life. A relationship begins a new phase. Heightened psychic abilities. Woo!
Bring it on.
All right, who's next?
I'll go.
Yeah.
I have the King of Fire. Motivational, idealistic, ambitious, and charismatic.
Ooh, that is you.
You're always carrying.
Exactly.
All right. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Wow. Advice
like
from
that.
someone creative.
That's so awesome.
Wow. That's good. I like it.
Who's next?
I've got the dreamer.
Ooh.
This says a leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. All good for Pisces.
Ooh.
I like it.
I have to say, I love mine. 3 of Fire. Abundance. things look very good. Have patience at this time. That's always hard for me.
Yeah.
Make long-term plans.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
my God,
that's
I
so
love
you.
that. Who's next?
I'll help you with your
Wow.
plan.
I'm like, I am tripping on mine. Mine is 2 of water. I am an Aquarius, so Aquarius is always associated with water, but it's really an air sign. A relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, positive resolution of a conflict, and actually, like, I've reached that space of
It
forgiveness.
sounds like you've forgiven yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. It's
Oh.
me and like my inner child.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Just what
I
you said
love that.
before made me think
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eileen?
6 of water. So 6 is my brother Tommy. He passed away when he was 28. I was 25. So he appears to me, his birthday. 6s of water. So 6s are exuberance, and water is emotions. And I love this. It's an image of a mermaid, which I love, or a merman. Memories from your history or childhood. I mean, that's where I live.
Your book?
I live in the past, writing.
Yeah, you were
This is
just
your
talking
book.
about your
I know.
book. Yeah.
Issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. And it's true, I was recently pondering if you could go back in time to one little moment, and you're not changing anything, you're just going to be in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just this beautiful image of walking on the beach with my mom and holding hands.
Oh.
It was like,
Love
and that's where
that.
I go. I just go back to that idyllic
Mm.
childhood.
Do you feel like you revisit the past because it was so idyllic?
Both. It's I revisit the good and the bad, but if I get a choice to go back to a time, it's going to be the happy time.
The happy
Yeah.
person.
Also, stories of survival, like Serena's embracing right now. My childhood, maybe it was tough, but there was beauty in it too.
Yes.
Right. So I imagine your childhood to be so beautiful because you're one of what, 11?
13.
13.
Do I have to
Right,
sing
with
my
two
rap
loving
again?
Yeah.
Sally.
She's
I
not.
mean, it's great and it's challenging. I mean, it has both, right?
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
anything else in
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
So now that
When
we've
you have
done,
no siblings, you're like, must be great
Yeah,
to have
because I'm
so
an
many.
only child.
right.
Oh.
Yeah.
So she doesn't.
That sounds
We'll
like
talk about that.
Yeah.
All right. So now
Yeah.
that we've done our burn and we've released that, there is something that I just love that my friend Christine brought to my attention, and it's called a full moon affirmation, and it's under the light of the last full moon. I release the weight of this year with gratitude and grace. I stand in the stillness with courage, clarity, and an open heart. What no longer serves me melts away like frost in sunlight. I claim my strength, my wisdom, and my inner fire. I step into the coming year renewed, restored, and rising. I am aligned. I am worthy, and I welcome the blessings ahead. I could not have said anything better for what we're looking towards.
I
this
didn't
year.
write it. I just
No, but
found
it's you got it.
You
But
shared it.
You
though.
shared it, and
Connected
that's
to you.
amazing.
Yeah.
And I just I know that you guys are here because we're doing new beginnings, and part of this whole process is to do vision boards and talk about what we're looking forward to. So we are going to come right back, and we're going to have our vision board.
You find spinning.
Now that we've released what's behind us, let's talk about what's ahead. Okay, ladies, let's create our 2026 vision boards. Michelle is going to guide us through it with clarity, creativity, and a whole lot of self-love.
All right, ladies, I began this in 2017, and I did it through a workshop for survivors. And it just was like a beautiful way to create space, to give us hope. because a lot of survivors really are stuck in their trauma. So the first board I put together, I thought it was pretty organized, but I have at the top, it says SHINE, and SHINE is actually an acronym for survivors helping to create new beginnings.
Oh, I love that.
So some of the things I put on my board was an R&R retreat. I had never been on an R&R retreat. I wanted to create a little boho feel in my house. I wanted to have a peacekeeping environment in my home because we had teenagers in the house and it was not peacekeeping feeling. Some of the things that I was really involved in were yoga and getting outdoors and hiking. So I brought all these there's stacks of words. There are bigger images. There are places. There's all of these calendar tear outs that I had. And I love it because you can create whatever you want. And whatever your image is, you can use glue, you can use tape. I have the dots. They're little glue dots. So you don't actually have to be totally committed. What if you want to put something on there and you want to change it out?
Right.
I also really started getting into the healthy eating, and it's so cool to see how my boards have changed through the year. Every year, I grow.
Do you revisit the same board and edit it, or do you create a new one?
I create a new one every year. And one of the coolest things is I'll put something on the board that I know I want to do. I want to do that. I'm going to do it. So what you do is something you've never done, something that might scare you, which I still have a TED Talk on my board, and I keep carrying that through. But you put things on, and some things are things you want to just build on, right? You want more of. So it doesn't mean you don't have it. Right. But to me, the most important thing, I always add a picture now of myself, my happiest self. And it's this picture of me, and granted, I was 32, smiling and laughing and just totally lost in the moment. Whatever that picture is for you, I always encourage you, put a picture of yourself at your moment that you just want that.
I love that. I did my first vision board last year, and I had never done one before. And on it, I had put become a best-selling author. And it happened. And I think the vision boards are part of manifesting. And so I did mine a little bit because I knew I'd be talking a lot. So I did it a little bit ahead. And for me, I included photos. I put myself in the center,
I love that.
and I put photos of everybody that's important to me that I want to surround myself with. My friends, my family, my community. And then I started the bottom of it is when I put in all the things that I want to try and happen in my life. Whether it's career, whether it's relationships or building stuff. And then just, what I'm looking for, financial freedom, surrounding myself with love, not stopping believing in myself. And then I know that one of you reminded me of my song, that this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. And that's what keeps me going, just like your shine, Michelle, and I find that it's really impactful. And when you go back and look at it, it blows my mind as to how much of it has really helped you grow. And let's talk a little bit about that, because in Chinese astrology, this is the year of the horse, 2026. And the horse represents freedom, strength, resilience, forward movement. It's a sign of people who fall down, get up, and keep going with wild courage. Horses don't stay stuck, right? They run toward new horizons. Even when the path isn't clear, right, Christine?
Yeah.
You know? And I think this speaks so beautifully to the heart of our show, SOS Stories of Survivors. And this year asks us to embrace our power. We all have superpowers, and we need to trust our instincts to break out of whatever's been holding us back. Of course. Yes, yes, keep
That's why she
cutting
brought
out.
it. Yeah.
I have markers too.
Me too.
As we move forward, I want you to have that bold spirit that the horse carries, full of stamina, full of life, and full of hope.
Mm.
Because you should think about where in your own life you're ready to run free.
Mm.
What burdens are you ready to lay down? And what new beginning is your heart ready for? And that's what these vision boards are all about. Because the year of the horse reminds us that you're stronger than you think, faster than you fear, and capable of so much more than you could ever imagine.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So this is the year of courage, the year of action, the year you give yourself permission to run toward the life you truly want. So ask yourself, where do I want to go? What am I ready to create? What does my freedom look like? For me, my freedom looks like getting rid of the guilt, which I've shed, so that's fantastic. But what I'm going for in New Horizons is to have that ability to just spread love and kindness and share my message with everyone and keep Scott's memory alive.
Yeah.
And that's for me
Yeah.
what I really want to do. Of course, my children and my husband and my family and my friends, I want to just surround myself because that's where I'm happiest, you know? And if it was in a warm climate, even better. What about you, Michelle?
For me, it's so funny because as you were talking and sharing all of that, this one little thing, it's not stuck on here, but it still here. It's the captain of my own soul. What does that mean? What do I need to be the captain of my own soul? And it really, truly is like finally, like, so what I burned was doubt. Doubt in me,
Yeah.
you know, and I want more play. I want to be more childlike. I want to lean into my faith and not worry about what anybody, it's not about anyone else's journey, like my happiness.
Yes.
And because I only come from a place of peace and kindness and compassion, and I want to only go out into the world like, with love and light.
Yeah, yeah.
So like if you only approach people with love and light and like you're there, you're not gonna hurt anyone. If someone is feeling like they're upset or whatever, it's their own thing. There's something in them.
Right, but that's not a reflection on you.
Right.
You can't control other people.
Right.
And that's the
Right.
lesson that I've learned in 2025. I can only control my reaction to those other people. And by doing so, I don't have as much fear or worry about what other people think of me.
Yeah.
And it's mind blowing how just changing the way you look at things changes everything.
Your perception to reality.
Yes.
Yeah. How you
Creates
change it.
your reality.
Right.
Yeah, it does.
Like sometimes a reaction is a non-reaction. Like actually not reacting to something can be a gift to you. And
Yeah.
like
Don't
freeing.
engage.
Don't
Yeah.
engage, right. So I love seeing you ladies doing this and making these boards because they just created so much happiness for me.
I know. I think it's
Like playtime.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
I'm back in art class. I have already envisioned it. We are going to Kripalu.
I love
We're
it.
going to Kripalu.
Oh,
We're
I've
gonna have
been
an
there. I
R&R.
love it.
Yes. We've
Just
been
talking-
there.
I know. I said, let's do
Yeah.
it.
You know,
Do
going back to what you said,
Yeah.
they say there's a long-term saying, I forget who says it, that life is 10% about what happens to you and 90% about how you react.
Yeah.
And that is a hard lesson for me because I'm a reactor. And I think it's so true that if you can hold grace, even when something bad happens to you, even when someone's rude to you, which so many women in this room are really good at, I'm working on it. You know,
Wow.
so that kind of resonated with me. when
Oh
I
my
said that.
gosh. You know what?
That's
I knew that you were going to put that on your board.
Yeah, I
No, she put full-time mom on her board, and I knew she would.
Isn't that amazing?
I saw those words today when I was I was trying to put all the words in one folder, and all the little pictures and all the big pictures, and I was like, oh my gosh, I know exactly who's going to use that.
Aw.
I knew it.
I love that. You know, sometimes it's the universe. It just creates things. I tell you, I was struggling last night. I couldn't sleep. I had all this stuff on my mind because doing this show every week, it puts, you know, a burden on me to try and find people. And it's the holidays. I'm traveling, I'm doing things, and just worrying about how, you know, I was going to fit all of this in. But then I said to myself, I need to surrender this to God because I can't control this. I don't have the answers, but whatever's meant to happen will happen. And then today I got a call from someone who's like, I want to come on and do a live show. And I was like, this is amazing.
Exactly what you needed.
Exactly what I needed. And and that's sometimes the hardest thing to do is to let go, but it's the best thing to do is to let go.
Well, yeah, I've been reading a lot about that recently because I've been grasping and gripping and searching and
You have
just
old traditions
forcing,
that's probably
and the universe never gives you what you want when you want it.
I
gives
you what you need.
It gives you what you need when you need it.
That's
And
like
when
the
you're
show.
grasping
Yes.
is when it's not going to respond.
Yes.
And when you let go and trust, which for me is the hardest thing, to trust in a universe who has not always been kind to me,
Yes.
is very, very difficult.
Oh, yes.
And I'm sure there's people who have
But
had it
ideally,
much,
so
much more
trusting in
difficult than
yourself.
me.
I
So
wanna-
to trust a universe that has not been kind to you is the most difficult part. But it's going back to the lessons that it's trying to teach me.
So I just wanted to comment on what you said earlier about reacting. So one of the words I put on mine is meditation. I know I need it and it's part of my practice, but sometimes I let it go, right? Everything else comes first, but it's teaching me to notice, not react. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm starting to learn what are my triggers.
Yes.
Okay, that's triggering me, and I don't need to go down that rabbit hole.
We all
And
have them.
It doesn't always work, but I'm committed
Good.
to, you know, sitting and
Recognize.
breathing and
Just breathe.
loving
Breathe through it,
myself.
yes.
Well, yeah, just committing to it. So some things. You know, you mentioned the universe against you, right? And I kind of have a different take because I feel like, you know, we chose everywhere that we are, whether it's
Well, sometimes that feels
So-
against
okay,
me. I try
sometimes,
to
okay.
remind myself it's not against.
So what I'm aspiring to ask for signs, you know, and so I put my angels on here. I put my cardinals.
Yeah.
I put my butterfly. I put my.
I have my
feathers.
dragonfly on mine.
Yeah,
I
it's
do.
like, you know, it could be just something like the number 6 tonight came up, and then I see this. This is my number 13. It's like
Yes.
it's like not reacting, but also opening your eyes and
Just
looking
be
like,
open to it.
what's Chris's sign to you? Is it his number? Is it his, you know, a special thing that you guys had? And, you know, maybe just opening your eyes and maybe it's there. I don't know.
It
but-
is there a lot.
Okay.
And
Is
I agree with you.
Okay.
Like we need to remind ourselves not only to look for triggers, but to look for glimmers.
Yes.
Oh,
I love
yes.
that.
Yes.
Glimmers.
Throughout the day, a butterfly,
God
a
wings.
feather,
God
wings.
a picture in the clouds.
Angel.
Yes.
Our numbers, our special numbers. The
forget.
angels come through with
Sometimes
the
a
numbers.
song on the radio.
Yeah.
Yes, totally.
You know, I mean, it's
That happens more than not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always listening to music.
it's
Really
crazy.
good.
And
Yeah.
you know, I love you ladies, and I'm just so grateful. You know, tonight is all about our intention and sharing ourselves and the promise of our future. And the map you're making, it's a visual map of the woman you're becoming. I mean, I think you guys are just great the way you are. But I think as we grow, we can choose anything that makes us feel alive, hopeful, and limitless. You know, to infinity and beyond. And it's not really there. You know, so I would love to hear what you're working on, JoJo, on your board.
Well, I've got a whole mishmash of everything. I did my homework. I was clipping out things and printing out things. And but one of my words buried in here is like superhero. Like you want to be the superhero in your life and for other people, and you know, inspiration, friends, love, sweetness, grace, inspiration, action. You know, I need to get rid of that procrastination, get rid of the clutter,
I
and
love that.
you know, just refresh and you know, look forward to brighter, healthier, happier, you know, for me and for family and friends, you know. So
That's amazing. What about you, Mary?
Mine is more focused on me.
Good.
And yeah, being really, I'm kind of being selfish with myself this year.
You should.
Yes.
I think it's the last year I can do it, because then I hit senior year and graduations and college transitions and everything else. So I have like a little bit of
So
a
this is
lull.
going to let you recharge your battery so that
Yes.
you can tackle all those other things that are
Yes.
coming up.
Yes, I need to definitely recharge.
Yeah.
It's so important.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, doing this, it'll give you that foundation, because senior year is a blur.
Yeah.
And then when they go off, you're gonna have a whole you're gonna come right back to this board.
Yeah,
Well,
because
you're
this
gonna be
is
like,
the
It's
year.
a
oh,
grief
I need
though
this.
too when they go off, because
Oh
you
yeah.
mourn the loss. It's
Yeah.
not that
Mourn it, right.
they've died, but
Yeah.
No,
they're
but
they're not part of
separated
your
from
life
you,
anymore,
yeah.
and it's a big adjustment.
Yeah.
You know.
I was even talking with one of my girls tonight about I'm not gonna be able to drive them around this month and then coming months,
Yeah.
because they're getting their license, and I'm gonna miss that,
Oh.
because that is so much of
It's a
my
time when you
day.
can talk to
I
them.
talk with just girls
That was
in the
my favorite
car,
time to
yeah,
talk in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I didn't know who I was when Curran left for college. I felt so lost. So like the fact that you're
I'm trying to
already
define me,
intuitive
yeah.
and you're doing this year, and then you're like,
Mm.
you know. I mean, and we're all here.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, I have that too. Look, we're all in the corner. I'm missing one,
Oh.
but there's my girlfriends all
Oh,
in
I
the corner.
love that.
Yeah,
oh, that's nice.
Oh,
that's
Am I
me.
in
The
that
jewel.
picture?
I'm the
Oh, that's
jewel.
not
You
really
are
us.
the jewel.
I got you in my board. Don't worry. Everybody's in
I
there.
have to say, like, I'm loving seeing what people are putting on their boards that I cut out. And I
these
was
was
like,
I didn't
I
get
want
any
to
of
know
this.
what's
I
on
got
their
you.
boards.
Do you see something that
I
falls
love
down?
that. Oh my God. So I gotta say to you guys, as we close this final show of 2025, I want to celebrate you guys. The you who survived, the you who grew, the you who kept going, even though grief, transition, and heartbreak were abound. 2025 helped you shed old layers. 2026 invites you to run free, to chase joy, reclaim parts of yourself you thought were gone, to step into boldness, love, and purpose, and your future is wide open. Exactly as you are, you're worthy of every dream on your board. So I think this is a great point to read one of Scott's poems, and this poem is called Breaking Free.
Love it.
My life be a spiral of up and down messages. 1 minute I'm hot and the next I'm not. Why do people have to wear a label on their head saying I'm cute or I'm a thought? Those messages on our heads confine us to a state of mind that can't be changed till you go outside the social construct of life that locks up the full side of our beautiful lives. People say to be cute or quote unquote fly, but why try to be something that is a lie? Why can't the word perfect be redefined into terms that make sense to everyone of any size, like amazing, beautiful, smart, but on the inside, not out? I personally believe that if us people came together and started to retaliatize our ever-changing lives, we could destroy the walls that confine us in our own demise. We would find that being our oneself is better than looking top shelf. We can be the new era where happiness is the goal, not money or fame, because a wise man once said, the people with the happiest lives have the best lives. So why can't everyone just live their best life and dive headfirst into a world of surprise? And
God bless.
that's my son.
Beautiful poem.
Oh my God. From my heart to yours and to our listeners, Happy New Year, my loves.
Happy
May
New
2026 be your year
God bless.
of movement, magic, and miracles. Happy on. Fabulous. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.